I've been all over the world, and I seen the finest wine, and I seen the finest times. But all the pretty girls come from VA.
Hey y'all, it's your girl B, and I'm back with another video. Hey y'all, hey. Firstly, if you are a new person tuning into my video, welcome. How you doing? So glad you could be here. And I ask that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back again. We are locked in, and I love that you continuously watch my videos. For those of you who watch my videos but have yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I promise you will love it here. So much great content, I promise. So today I'm going to be talking about discernment and how you shouldn't allow everyone to know what your moves are, what you have, what you're going to be doing, because sometimes people intentionally and unintentionally can block your blessings. While it is true what God has for you is specifically designed for you, people can interfere with that. People can persuade you. People could plant seeds that kind of move you away from God. People could kind of make plans to straight up hijack whatever it is that you have going for yourself. So you want to be very careful and practice discernment when allowing people to know your plans. You kind of want to be careful of how much of your resources you show others that you have access to, because it can be detrimental to you, and even if it's not detrimental to you, it could affect those that you love, either in the moment after the time has passed or in the far future. So I would definitely just say have heavy discernment, be cautious to who you share certain news with, especially when they are not of the cloth, specifically for Christian folks. Be very careful with that, because you just don't want to risk it. You don't want to risk it. You want to trust in God completely, but you don't want to also be naive to the fact that there are people who are preying on your downfall. There are people who don't have your best intentions in the forefront. So always remember that. And I think a book that describes this perfectly is the book of Isaiah, chapter 39. I'm going to be reading verses 2 through 6. So let's jump into it. So it says, Hezekiah was delighted with the Babylonian envoys and showed them everything in his treasure houses, the silver, the gold, the spices, and the aromatic oils. He also took them to see his armory and showed them everything in his royal treasuries. There was nothing in his palace or kingdom that Hezekiah did not show them. Then Isaiah the prophet went to King Hezekiah and asked him, what did those men want? Where were they from? Hezekiah replied, they came from the distant land of Babylon. What did they see in your palace? Asked Isaiah. They saw everything, Hezekiah replied. I showed them everything I own, all my royal treasuries. Then Isaiah said to Hezekiah, listen to this message from the Lord of Heaven's armies. The time is coming when everything in your palace, all the treasures stored up by your ancestors until now, will be carried off to Babylon. Nothing will be left, says the Lord. That was a mouthful. I know. But you kind of see what happens here. Hezekiah kind of opens up his palace to the Babylonians and showed them everything within his palace. And I think it's important to state that before you get to this passage, the passage before kind of says that Hezekiah was really sick, and what happened is the Babylonian emperor wanted to send him gifts because they heard he was so sick, and it was out of respect. But little did you know, or little did Hezekiah know, that those same people who were checking on him when he was at his weakest were the same ones who were going to plot on him to gain everything he has. I find that Hezekiah was just a nice person who welcomed his guests. He showed them everything he had. He was a proud man of all that he had and all that God provided him with. However, people outside of that see that as an opportunity to just take all of his blessings. Some people don't work for the blessings, they wait for an opportunity to take it from other people. Side note, people like that will never prosper for long because they're taking what's not meant for them. But that's another story on its own. I find it interesting because a lot of us are very proud of what we've obtained. We're proud of the connections we have made. We're proud of even the people we have in our life, right? We are proud and we're happy and we want to show it off to everyone, but some people will interfere with that. Some people will try to get in the way of what you have. It's a fine line. Don't think that you have something prematurely to the fact that no one else can access it or snatch it away from you. You don't want to share certain news prematurely, and I think that goes for anyone. One would say, well, you don't tell your enemies what you're doing. You don't tell anyone what you're doing until you're 1,000% sure that it's going to come into fruition, or you know, you have obtained the things that you are looking for, or even if you haven't, like, just don't let everyone into your home. Like, that's another thing that I got from that. Like, your home is your special place. Your home is for you, your loved ones, your family. When you allow insiders in, they'll take inventory of what you have and they'll try to plot on you, and it's a very scary situation. We hear about it every day, we see it every day. So the Babylonians didn't go to Isaiah with the intent to steal or take or plot against him, but the opportunity presented itself once they arrived there. They've seen all the great things happening in the palace, and they kind of took advantage of that, and that's what people do in real time. People don't knowingly plan to do evil, but sometimes it just falls into their lap. Sometimes they're going through a hard time, whether it be financially or emotionally or mentally, whatever the case may be. They're going through something, and when they see something that you have that they feel will help them advance in their lives, they're going to take it. They're not going to think twice about it, especially those who are of the world, because why would they feel guilty? Why would they feel like they shouldn't be doing? Some people feel like it's a dog-eat-dog world, and they're not going to say it to you, but their actions are going to show it, and you don't want to find out when it's too late. If you read a few verses down, you'll see that Isaiah told Hezekiah that his sons will be brought into exile, and Hezekiah kind of rejoiced over that, because he was like, okay, I won't see it in my lifetime. How selfish is it of Hezekiah to be so happy that it's not going to affect him, but it's going to affect his son? I just find that really interesting. Another point that I have is that Hezekiah didn't consult with anyone he trusted. I think before you allow people into your homes, it's good to get the opinions of others. So let's say he did get an opinion from Isaiah, or he talked to his family, or he talked to anyone. They may have advised him that it is not in your best interest to show them all these things, except what they want to give you. Even show them some of the things, but to show them everything was just a bit much, in my opinion. So just try to have counsel around you, because after it had happened, Isaiah went to him and asked him what he showed them. He told him that wasn't the smartest ideas. Had he seek counsel beforehand, it would have turned out differently. But I'm not gonna fault him too much, because how many times do we get excited in the moment and just act instead of taking a second to think on something and hope that we are making the right decision, or thinking, saying, maybe I should hold off on this. Sometimes you're just super excited. So that could have been the case with Hezekiah. Who knows? From me to you, be careful of what you tell other people. Be careful what you show other people. Be careful of showing people your resources. Like, I don't want to gatekeep. You can tell people the steps that they should take, or the route that they should take, or things that help you as a general statement. But to go into the intricate details and say how you're doing certain things, or how you did certain things, I think it's misleading. One, because things are going to work out a certain way for you. To give them the play-by-play, the step-by-step, especially when you're in the midst of it, is just a big no-no, in my opinion. I think my bird is laughing at me. But anyway, today's video was short and sweet. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something from it. As I always say, go ahead and read the chapter on your own. It is Isaiah chapter 39. So read it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you made it to the end of this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I will catch you in the next video. Hopefully without the bird. See y'all later.
New York and MIA, then it's PG around my way, so I'll never have to stay away.